Namaskaram. Welcome to the next session on Mother Earth speaks to corporates. So last week we discussed the bell curve and she and all trying to find ways to bring the laggards and the deadwoods. And we first saw a set of people who are unaware because of their new entry into the organization or a little indifference in spite of being there for some days. Today we are going to discuss another trait that is being displayed in corporate through the next verse. Kichi Kichin Ringam Ane Chatan. Nice raga. You listen to this and then we will discuss in detail.
Kichu Alai Chatul Kazandi Pesina Pechadavum Ketilayo Peperne Kasu Pirapo Kalagalapa Kai Peti Vasanaru Pudal Ajigamatiina Osai Padutaya Tahiravam Ketilayo Nayaka Pillai Narayana Murti Kesavarane Padavuni Kete Kidatiyo Kesavarane Padavuni Kete Kidatiyo Tesa Mudaya Tiraveloram Bhavat
So that was a very eloquently sung Bhairavi with a lot of improvisation. That's the beauty of the raga, very lucid. And thanks to Madam for such a eloquent presentation of this verse. This raga Bhairavi is a derivative of Nata Bhairavi, which is the 28th Melagartha table raga. And this is the second chakra, second raga in the 4th chakra called Veda. So Tripava itself is Veda. So a lot of ragas will connect to Veda and this is one of them. As the raga itself is very lucid, eloquent and has a lot of scope for improvisation, so does this verse as well. I enjoyed looking at this verse from a corporate point of view. I am sure you also will enjoy. She and all now recognize a set of people who are drifting and not paying attention despite the hustle bustle activities around them and trying to bring them on and make them to join the mission. In the process, she brings in a role model board member. In this case, this is Kulasekara Alvar, who is the 6th Alvar in the line of Alvars of the 12, and he was the king of a region in the south western part of the Indian subcontinent, which is now called God's own country, Kerala. There are some references why Kulasekara Alvar is referred here. Number one is the birds that she is referring in this particular verse. They are seen more in the region of Kerala, Chatham. And she is talking of a center. Nayagam means center. One of the meaning of Nayagam is center, the person who is in the center. So we said he is the 6th Alvar. And he is in the middle of the 11 Alvars, because we said the 12th Alvar is dedicated himself to the Guru, not singing the verse of the Lord Narayan. So out of the 11, he is the 6th, so he is in the center. So that also is another reference. So the traits and the skills of this role model will flow in the verse itself. The verse is very beautiful in terms of it describes the entire corporate scenario, an office, how an office looks like, which includes all these people in the bell curve that we discussed last time. So we'll go with the flow of the verse and see what it offers in terms of describing the entire corporate scenario. கீசு கீசென்றெங்கும் ஆனைச்சாத்தம் கலந்து பேசின. In a corporate office, we see a lot of activities. People are talking in whispers, and sometimes the language is known only to them, not to the other people. So no disrespect to the regional flavor, but when people from the same region are working together, they tend to talk in their local dialects. It is Tamil speaking people or Malayalam speaking people, they will speak in their language because they feel comfortable. The others may not understand. Likewise, this Anichatam is a set of birds which is called the Bharatwaja birds. They keep talking to each other, and they have their own language, and there are people who have mastered in the language of the birds also. That means this brings out the multilingual character of the corporate scenario. There are people speaking in Malayalam, they are speaking in Kannada, they are speaking in other languages. Even in other countries, maybe they are speaking Chinese, they are speaking Spanish. So they feel comfortable. That's a scenario that is described. The second way to look at is Kalandu Pesana Pecharavam. In a corporate office, now the corporate office is looking different. It is not having those cabins, half cabins, separate rooms, etc. etc. It's an open office in the big hall. And the people, you can hear a lot of noises. So people are discussing in a round table, group discussions. Kalandi Pesana Pecharavam. Group discussions are the best way to bring out the ideas. So that also is another reference. So, and she is saying, if when there is so much of activities here, you are not paying attention, you feel as if nothing is around you. Till you are not listening to all this sound. And she chides with the word called pepenne. So we also see in corporate room, yaar, what happened to you here? You are walking like a zombie. Late night or what? Hangover. So you are like a zombie. You have no energy. Pepenne means a kind of a zombie kind of a person. So we refer a lot of people. There are quite a number of zombies walking around in the corporate, and we see it very regularly. And she says further, Kasum Pirappum Kalakalappa Kaipirthu. The other activities are so much. There is a phone ringing, there is people discussing, there are people presenting various things. So are you not listening to this? Normally this kind of a sound will enthuse, motivate people to come and share as to what is happening. Let me go and join here. So despite all these items, you are not doing all those items. She is chiding him. And the next line is very interesting. Kalakalappa Kaipirthu Vasaipadutha Tair Aravam Kitliyo. This she refers to the churning of the curd. And why so much of noise? கைபேர்த்து ஓசைப்படுத்த. கைபேர்த்து means it is very difficult for them to churn. It is so hard. And nowadays curds are different. Those days the curds were so thick and the churning was very, very difficult. So they had to have one person here, one person here churning. Then only the butter will come out. Likewise, in the corporate also there is a set of people. There is a war room. There are discussions, strategy. They are grappling with a very, very difficult problem. They need support. You are able to see them in the war room. So much of activities are there. But still you are not paying attention. You are still walking like a zombie. And she refers, Vasa Narungural Achiyar. How do we interpret this? Very, very difficult, no? Actually not. Vasa Narungural means there is an aroma around these people. Achiyar means the ladies who are churning the curd, their hair is giving a lot of aroma. And that also must be an attraction. So by this she is referring those people who are visible by their activities, by their brightness. Their activities are so good. People say, oh, this is a bunch of people who are doing quite well, attracting attention. So I could probably think of the ads that you see in the current TV channels. A person having a perfume and walking in, head turns. Who is the person who is coming with so much aroma? He gets a lot of attention. So it is like that. So there is a funny ad used to be there. So when he enters the lift, there is an aroma, same aroma. When he opens the umbrella, there is the same aroma. So Kunal has come. So it is about a scent that he normally wears. So people are very, very visible in the organization. So Vasanarungulachi, so many people are so bright and visible, you are not even paying attention. That is also not attracting you. And there is a continuous presentations that are going on at various places. Maybe to the vendors, to the customers, to prospective associates. Whenever they make presentation, they talk about achievements of the organization. So that also is not falling into your ears. So line is Narayanan Murthy Kesavanai Padavum. Kesavan is the person who killed a demon called Kesi. So Narayan is called the Kesavan. So there is a good achievement that he did. That also is being explained to people. So that also is not attracting you. You are listening to all these items. You are seeing all these items. But you are just being present, only present, not being attentive to this. Now, having said so much, she now comes back with the same Y theory that we discussed in the verse 3. X theory, Y theory of McGregor. Y theory says, if you provide them the motivation, if you provide them the atmosphere, people are willing to work. So she is trying to bring in the Y theory here. So I have explained to you so much activities that are happening here. You have so much of potential. So why don't you come and join? You are looking very bright. I can see something in you. I don't know what it is, but you know what it is. So why don't you join? And I can see the leader in you. The least I can see is the leader. You can become a leader if you follow all these items. You can become a leader. So where is the reference in this? Nayaga Pinbilla, you are like a leader. Tesamudiya, you have so much of tejas, that brightness. You got so much of brightness in you. So why don't you wake up and come and join this mission? And we can work wonders. So if you look at the whole verse, the corporate scenario is described, and she brings out the people who are laggards, who are not paying attention, and in the process she also brings out the bright and best people, the bell karuka, the other side of the bell curve. So she is able to describe the entire corporate scenario in one particular verse very beautifully. The way I look at it is very exciting to me. Now she also says the role model behavior. Role model behavior is Kulasekara Alvar, we referred in the beginning, he is the king and he is so much devoted to Lord Ranganath of Srirangam, which is far away from the land where he is ruling. But he says, I cannot go to Srirangam because I have to discharge my duties. So by keeping my ear to the ground, I will be able to listen what is happening in Srirangam. I will not stay away from my responsibility, but I still keep my ear to the ground. I am able to get all the information. So when such kind of a person is there, you are in the thick of things and you don't even have to keep your ear to the ground, it is very visible. So you must develop that habit of keeping ear to the ground and also listen to this. This is a role model behavior that she brings in. And if you have to sum up, the point that comes out of this verse is, in a corporate world, there is a lot of multilingual things are there and a lot of cultural mix is there. So there must be a sensitivity around the cultural differences. So that means you must understand, and if you are bilingual, multilingual, it is always good that you are able to gather a lot of information around. Group discussions are the best thing to bring out the ideas. So group discussion must be encouraged in the organizations. Keeping ear to the ground, as I discussed, is one of the important traits that one should develop in one. The hard and smart working brings the visibility and liking by others. Vasanarungu Lachir. Again, we are connecting to that. Sharing success stories must be a continuous process in the organization. But there is no repetition. You don't have to repeat the same achievement because the achievements are so much. Like Narayan has so much of achievement. The organization also has so much of achievement. I don't have to repeat. I can keep on adding. The last verse she talked about one success story, two success stories. She takes off another success story. Subsequent verses also she will talk of different success stories. That means it is expanding. That means the achievements is not small. The organization is so big, so successful because of the achievement. So it must be continuous one. The practice of why theory is always good. It always brings the benefits. So praise them. You are bright. You are good. Bring them on. And ensure that you stay fresh every day. The zombiness should not be allowed. So every day, whatever you do in the night, get up early in the morning, be very active, do exercises, be active in the morning, so that we discussed the energy level must be the same right through the day. This helps you. So here we will conclude our discussion about this verse. I think I had given a lot of insights from the verse, and I still love the corporate scenario just eloquently presented in this Pasaram by Sri Andal. So we will meet in the next episode with more details and different details, and it is exciting to me. I am sure that is exciting to you also. Till we meet in our journey of excitement next time. Namaskaram.